If you've watched all the videos on YouTube and still had questions on familiars, then this video is for you. Let's go. Let's get the basics out of the way. You can scribble a design to summon your pets, or just click skip animation and get back to playing the game. You're allowed to purchase 3 pet contracts from Nisa every week by completing Battle Pass events. Each contract is only 10k gold, so buy these as soon as possible every week. If you need more, you can always buy these bundles that include a number of contracts and/or guaranteed aberrant pets. Now, you can only summon ordinary pets, so purchasing aberrants might be something you want to try out, as the game explains in this contract's overview. Ordinary pets have 3 tiers: common, magic, and rare, and these are your chances of getting them, but there are 2 different types of pets: ordinary and aberrant. Aberrant pets can be distinguished by the purple circle logo next to their name, but also have unique differences. Aberrant pets are the only type that are able to gain legendary skills and evolve to legendary form. This Skitterwhite grows from magic to rare tier, and then takes poisonous flight after reaching legendary tier. So 2 types of pets with their own tier levels, but until you empower a familiar, all it can do is walk around picking stuff up for you. You need to empower each familiar to level 30 before being able to do anything with it. You'll have plenty of spirit essence just from playing the game and killing stuff, so go ahead and max empower all of your pets once they're summoned. Ending a pact with your pet will return some spirit essences if they only have blue common skills and conversion stones if they had yellow rare skills. This will come in handy later when we go over legendary skills on aberrant pets. So for now, you can either sell the pets you don't want or end the pact. Now, ordinary or aberrant, there are currently only 8 classes of pets and they only have 1 attack. Varog has the highest DPS for single target enemies, so best for raids or gauntlet. Stormlost is the only pet that can stun. Skitterwhite and Broodtalon both leave damage on the ground over time, and Duskprowler is the only pet with a shield. With the basics done, let's break down how these pets benefit you. First, there are only 2 types of traits: common, which is gold, and advanced, which is orange, and these traits directly impact your character's strength. In this example, I'm prioritizing my pets wrong because my Brood and Skitter both have the common trait Decimate and they don't stack. Since 3 of my 5 bonded pets are only for utilities, so I can salvage, identify, and swap builds, I rely on my first 2 to cover as many traits for my character as I can have. The only way to stack traits is by having pets with 1 active common trait and 1 active advanced trait of the same type. The traits guide will tell you which pet has which trait and how much of an increase the trait could give you if you got it to the next level. Now, just to be sure we're on the same page, these are the additional attributes these traits impact for your character. Okay, so you found a pet you liked and thought was cute. Cool. Now how do you kick some ass? Each pet class has 2 primary attributes. So if you want a common trait active, you need 120 of what the trait needs. Have an advanced trait? That's 170. Each trait needs its own attribute to be active, and if you're lucky, all of your traits need the same 1 attribute. The in-game guide will tell you rare pets have attributes over 120 and legendary pets over 170, but this is just not true. Here's some examples of pets with 170s shared by some lucky clanmates. Hold on to these types of pets to transfer the stats over when you have an advanced trait you want active. The second part to a strong pet is the passive skills. Passive skills don't require any attributes for them to function, but they only work if the pet is your main companion. Here, I swap a Skitter that I converted for this video to show how Relentless Strike activates, and don't worry, we helped Odin with some raids, haha. So there are 3 levels of passive skills, and obviously legendary skills are stronger, but make sure you're getting skills for your playstyle, as some are specific for PvP. Here are all 24 legendary skills, so pause the video if you'd like, and go hunting for the ones you like most. And for the love of God, switch your familiar's combat mode to defensive so it doesn't go shooting the air. You can find this right on the main familiar screen under your companion's attributes. Making sense so far? Good, because here's where we start rolling the dice. Every time you convert 3 ordinary pets, you have a 30% chance of it becoming 1 aberrant and 10% for it to have a utility. Here's a couple of examples of conversions I completed for this video, so please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. When you convert pets, each class has a 33% chance of remaining in that class. So for example, 3 Dusk Prowlers gives me a 99% chance of it staying a Dusk Prowler. I'm not a big fan of either of these 3 classes, so I was hoping for an Aberrant. My focus right now for converting ordinary pets is to get as many active common traits on each pet as I can, so my character can have all of the level 1 attribute increases possible. If I get an Aberrant with lousy stats, then I'll save it for an Aberrant conversion. This Varog turned out to be pretty nice, but didn't have traits I needed, so I ended up selling it. Since all of the traits, skills, and attributes are so random on conversions, you could get anything. Just keep in mind, ordinary pets won't have advanced traits or legendary skills, but you may get an Aberrant with them. And when I mean random, this is what I mean. 1.2% of an Aberrant legendary is wild, but this is only a base chance of converting. The higher the pet's passive skill quality is, which are those 6 little stars, then these percentages go up. Although super rare, I wouldn't sweat it. Focus on a lot of active traits and a few legendary skills you like first. Pro tip: using conversion stones guarantees a legendary skill for Aberrant conversions. I mentioned them at the beginning of the video, and here's how I got that skitter with Relentless Strike that I'm saving now to convert again for an additional legendary skill and hopefully some better luck on attributes. This second conversion is with some Aberrants I bought on the market for this video, but both conversions turned out to be pretty trashy. As of now, any pet that you obtain is sellable on the market at any time. You can buy a pet, bond it and try it out, then sell it on the market if you want. Just hold on to any pet that has high attributes, so you can exchange them with another pet that has traits you want active later on, but the pets must be the same class. And the last thing about familiars is melding. You probably won't need to do this, since only ordinary pets can be melded. And as we've established, they're not really endgame material unless you're just re-rolling for traits. At any rate, melding ordinary pets increases the resulting pet's skill quality by 1 rare skill or gold star if they are at the same level. The game will make a recommendation for you, but you can choose which class pet you end with and which skills, but the attributes and traits do not meld, so be mindful if you're melding a pet with a utility trait. Oh yeah, you're limited to 5 pet slots. They all cost gold and increase in price up to 5 million gold. Cool, now let's go shop the market. The next time you're in the market, pay attention to how many have traits that are grayed out. Now this 8K brood is a bargain for traits. 1 rare skill and 3 active traits. I had to pick it up. You'll see in a second another brood with 1 more rare skill for 32K. Not worth it for me. Then I found one with 2 legendary skills, no active traits, and poor attributes, going for 160K. With nothing else going for it, are you willing to pay 160K for Lobber and Innervate? But you'll see this a lot, so look out for grayed out traits because all you're buying is a skill without it. I hope this guide was helpful as I let the gameplay in the background show the different pet class abilities, as I want to mention a few things. This guide is intended to be informational only, so feel free to play the game as you see fit. With that being said, it is from my experience that there is a weekly cap on familiar contracts of 10, so be mindful that you can buy 3 and get 10 more from killing elites and bosses. There are also a few theories gaining traction about when these contracts drop the most. Test it out for yourself, as it hasn't worked for me, but between the 59th minute of each hour for 7 minutes, pet contracts drop the most. For example, between 1:59 and 2:06, you should have a higher chance of getting contracts. There's additional rumors of this happening at the 29th minute, giving you 2 windows of 7 minutes every hour or so to farm for pet contracts. Again, I've had no luck with this myself, so try it out for yourself and may the RNG gods be ever in your favor.